Hello. Today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm just gonna sit down and chat about a film that I love, which is Call Me By Your Name. If you have not heard of this film, then I will tell you what it's about. Call Me By Your Name is a love story between Elio and Oliver, both very different characters who come together. So it is set in northern Italy, which is of course a beautiful country, beautiful language, and I'd say about a third of the film is actually in Italian, so there is subtitles, so if you are not into subtitles, don't watch it. All I can say, so Elio, a 17-year-old Jewish American Italian boy, lives in the northern Italian countryside with his parents. His father, a professor of archaeology, invites a 24-year-old Jewish American graduate student, Oliver, to live with his family during the summer of 1983 and help with his academic paperwork. So Elio is very into music. He is a music prodigy, you could say. Most of the time through the film, he has headphones on and he is transcribing music onto manuscript. So yeah, he's kind of a very introverted character, whereas Oliver, on the flip side, is a very extroverted, bubbly, outgoing kind of guy. So there is a little bit of an age difference. Elio is 17 and Oliver is 24, and they are kind of like polar opposites. You can tell just by the way it's acted and the way it's written how much love Elio has for Oliver. They both end up spending a lot of time together. They like go on long walks, they cycle about everywhere, so you get to see a lot of beautiful countryside and just kind of how beautiful Italy is. After seeing this film, it just made me want to go to Italy even more. Elio and Oliver, their relationship kind of builds up, becomes more emotional, sexual, everything just kind of builds up. And they are obviously falling in love with each other. Basically, they end up kissing, and then they kind of end up avoiding each other. Well, Oliver kind of ends up avoiding Elio, and Elio is getting really stressed out, and he's like, look, you need to talk to me. And Oliver's like, okay, we can talk at midnight. So they basically end up meeting at midnight. They do, and then that's where the whole Call Me By Your Name and I'll Call You By Mine happens, hence the title Call Me By Your Name. Elio also kind of has a side relationship with a girl called Marzia, who is so sweet and so beautiful, and I can't help but feel so bad for her because her character was so lovely. She basically is in love with Elio, but obviously Elio is in love with Oliver, and she kind of knows that. They do end up kissing, having sex, doing all of the kind of like relationship kind of stuff, but obviously Elio's not really in love with her. He's in love with Oliver, and Elio's kind of doing all of the stuff with Marzia to see Oliver's reaction and see if he like gets jealous and stuff. Elio's parents kind of know everything that's going on as well, and they are in full support. There's a big scene at the end where Elio's dad is talking to Elio about kind of the bond and the relationship they had, and he was just so supportive, and it made me cry because I just thought, like, imagine having a parent who's like that supportive of everything. That must be so good when you're so worried and conscious about it. Elio and Oliver go off on a trip together. Oliver knows, and so does Elio, that he's going back to America. This is where spoilers are gonna happen. This is where spoilers are happening, so if you don't want to know spoilers, then don't watch. Elio knows that Oliver has to go back to America, so he leaves, he goes away, and then I think a few months later, Elio gets a phone call from Oliver saying that he is engaged to a woman and they are going to be getting married within the next couple of months. So that obviously kind of breaks Elio. The final scene in the movie is so powerful and so emotional. Like, that's basically the whole rundown of the movie. You're welcome, thank you very much. So Elio is played by Timothy Chalamet, and then Oliver is played by Armie Hammer. Both characters are just so, like, imagine them on scales. They're just like this. They're just perfect, and it just, oh, this whole movie is just the most beautiful piece of artwork I have ever seen in my life. And yeah, I did say artwork because it is. Everything about it is just so well thought out. The director was just, he was so on it. Like, he knew what he wanted to do and he did it so well. I don't think I would have changed anything about the movie. And I really think that it should win a lot of Oscars. The actors in the movie should win Oscars. I think the whole movie should win Best Picture. I can't get over how good it was. I'm gonna just go over some of the things that people may not obviously talk about. The costume design was something that I always kind of look at the costume design, the makeup design, the hair design. I look at all of that because obviously that's my field, that's what I do. All of it obviously adds to the film. If they had no consideration for the costume, then the film obviously wouldn't be the same. The whole set design was again incredible. Oh, everything was so good. The soundtrack just blew me away. It was basically classical piano all the way through, which I love. I think it was a sophisticated film. So there is also the book, obviously. The book was adapted into the screenplay, which was then adapted into the film. So I really want to read the book. If any of you guys have read the book, please let me know because I really want to get it. There is talk of a sequel coming out in 2020 because characters could apparently just go far. They could go anywhere. And I think obviously everyone wants the two characters to have a happy ending. I think that's obvious. No matter what kind of situation it's in, I think people are still going to want Elio and Oliver to end up together. No matter what happens, they will do anything to get the characters together, which I agree with. Obviously, I want them to be together. Obviously, stick to reality. Just don't make it something that's never going to happen. In some instances, like, it doesn't all work out with a happy ending, but obviously I would love the characters to get together. If the characters end up together, then I will be really, really happy. But yeah, I think I'm done ranting about this film. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking about this film now because I'm getting emotional thinking about it and I think I'm going to have to go and watch it again. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was just basically a rant. I'm going to leave everything about the film in the description because holy shit, please watch it. If you have not watched the film, go watch it right now. Stop what you're doing. Go and watch it. If you have watched the film, please talk about it in the comments because I would love to know your opinion. I'd love to know if you think there should be a sequel. Also, let me know if you have read the book because like I said, I really want to get the book. Please let me know if it is good and if I should get it. I'm gonna go now because I have been ranting way too much.